what we're talking about today is Instagram and how we can improve our presence on Instagram. And I just watched the training on this, so I want to bring to you guys what I've learned so that we can, really utilize this untapped market. And it's such a great market because it's truly where you can find your people, whether that's people you want to be friends with or people you want on your team, people you want to coach, all of that. Instagram is where you find that. And I think it's really cool. And I would say a year ago, I was actually really digging into this. And then, life happens and you're just like, I'll deal with that later. I'll do what I was doing before that was working later, which is dumb. So that's why I really want us to all come together and just dig into this and be consistent. Just like, because it's one of those things where Facebook is really easy. I'm going to say that because it's easy because we already have a bunch of friends on there and you can find friends, looking at mutual friends. But at some point, it gets less fun. And that's where I am right now with Facebook, so I can only assume that you guys might be there too. So the first thing is something that we talked about a long time ago, which is your lifer avatar. So who is that person that you are like, that is my girl, that's the person I want to help, that's the person I want on my team, that is me. So a really easy example, if you're someone who loves tattoos, fancy hair, beautiful makeup, you might be someone like Colleen Curtis. You guys love her. That's her brand right there off the bat. The people that she connects with on her team look like that, act like that, and speak the way she does. So I can guarantee that she did something like this, created her avatar. So the things to think about with Facebook or with Instagram is, what is your lifer searching for? I know Megan loves politics. Maybe she likes funny political memes. So funny political memes, that could be a really important aspect to your avatar. What do they post about? Funny political memes. If you're someone who likes traveling and that's a part of your life and you actually travel, that's an aspect of this avatar. At the end of the day, if you could have only one follower that you see their post and they see yours, who would that person be? So these are a few questions that I still need to sit down and really, work through, because who you were before, it's totally different from where you are now. Just like we talked about, our whys change. So, I'm not a newlywed anymore, but that's still a part of who I was. I'm not pregnant anymore, but that's still a part of who I was. So those are still the types of people that I might be wanting to attract. Does that make sense? Now, if you used to be a Republican and then you became a Democrat, no, that's different. Okay. Are you guys following me with this? Yeah, okay. The other thing that I want you guys to remember is you can't be trying to talk to everyone. That's the key. You have to really narrow down that person, that Hillary Clinton pantsuit wearing person. That I'm really just speaking to Megan right now because I just like to make her laugh. Okay. So once you identify who that person is, I want you guys to realize that person is you. It's who you are. That's who you're speaking to. That is who you're trying to attract. I am not trying to attract the pantsuit and wearing Clinton person. I don't know how to talk to that person. That's not my niche. I love them. It's not my niche. Just like, Megan might not be trying to attract pregnant military spouses. Not her person. So I don't want you guys to even think about that. I want you guys to think about your person and hone in on that. Okay? And this is an exercise I want us to do together. So if you guys grab a pen and paper, if you have one nearby, I know Jordan does. Yeah, okay. This is called the 30 hashtag exercise. On Instagram allows you to put in 30 hashtags. No more than 30. It won't let you post. But they allow you to have 30 hashtags. And hashtags are really cool because this is how you search for people. This is how people search for you. This is how you connect with people, through your hashtag. And I'm not talking product hashtags. I'm not talking generic fitness hashtags. I'm talking about specific hashtags of things that your person, once you identify who she is, and I want you guys to be focusing on girls because, again, stop trying to reach the masses. Focus on the one. What is she searching for? And I'm going to give you a quick little look into Facebook or Instagram. I keep saying the wrong thing. Quick look into Instagram. Oops, gotta log into my phone. All right. So if you guys go to your Instagram, you will see. Nice. Good job. Okay. Sorry. You will see the search. I want a pretty picture on there. You'll see the search and explore, all that stuff. If you hit explore, oh, sorry, that's not explore, that's to add a picture. If you hit the search, it'll show you all the things that Instagram wants you to be looking into. This is what they think that you'd like, okay? Some people you're not following, but people that they think that you'd be following. Oh, yeah, thank you, Instagram, for that. But if you want to be looking for people, what you'll do is go to the search bar and type in one of those hashtags that you think someone would be interested in. So, bodybuilding. That might be weird. Let's say bodybuilding. Okay. And when you're searching for hashtags, don't search for things that are Beachbody related, again, because you will only find Beachbody coaches. So, bodybuilding. Or you know what? Let's do pantsuit. Let's see what comes up. Since we're on that theme.
What did you say?
I said pantsuit. All right, well, look, you're going to see all of these people who are wearing pantsuits, who like pantsuits.
I would like to say for the record that I don't own a pantsuit, but it's fair.
You can go to the loft and get some.
You should.
Okay, so anyways, that's what you're going to see here. And what's cool is, click on someone's pantsuit.
Cleveland Foodie.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite ones.
All right. Oh my gosh, that's so good because that brings in two things. Someone from Cleveland who likes food. Okay, let's do that one.
There's actually a Cleveland Foodie account too.
Should it be Cleve Foodie or Cleveland Foodie?
I don't know. I've never done Cleve Foodie before.
Well, I'm gonna do Cleve Foodie. See what happens.
Cleveland Foodie is good though.
We're gonna try a different hashtag. Ooh, look at all that food. That's delicious. That looks amazing. So you click on it, you check out that person's Instagram site, you think that that's my person. Then what you're going to do is you're going to like and comment on their last 3 photos. And in one of those comments should be a picture of them or something where you essentially flirt with that girl and be like, honey, those glasses look amazing. Where did you get them? Or, girl, you're rocking that dress. Where can I get the same one? Something that causes them to interact with you so that they comment back to you and then look at your page and decide, this girl's pretty rad. I'm going to follow her. It's really just as simple as that. So going back to the 30 hashtag exercise, I'm not expecting you guys to come up with 30 at once, but I want you guys to sit down right now with me. Here's my piece of paper. And write down 5 hashtags that are specific to you. Ready? Set. Go. This is hard. Just come up with 3. You're going to like that second one. How you guys doing? You got it? Megan, go first.
I use one that's just Clegram, Cleveland. So anything that or Cleveland, Ohio. Mm-hmm. The one that I use is actually fitness related, is Fit Foodie. Mm-hmm. I really like that one. I'm Global Shapers. I know that doesn't really it's a young professionals group that I'm in, and I just do Global Shapers.
I like that. That's good. Specific.
Yeah. I have this one that I do, but I think it could, I don't know, sometimes they do nonprofit life. because like that's my life. So like nonprofit life. I don't know if it's like nonprofit. I don't know. Life by I don't know.
One thing I want you to do after this is when you think about your avatar, remember who you were before. So what if you did something like Teach for America alum?
I've done that before.
Healthy Teach for America, something like that.
Yeah.
Thinking about who you were then, what parts of your life were lonely, what were you searching for?
I've done Miami ones before too.
Yeah, I do that one sometimes. 1, 2, or 3 that I just made up really quick are Fit Boy Mama. That's true. San Diego Foodie, because, which means that I need to start going out to eat more. And then Clee Home Girl, maybe. We'll see. Before I go to Jordan, one thing that I want you guys to do if you have time, look at those hashtags that you're wanting to do. And if they're more than a million or close to that like $1 million mark, not dollar, million number hashtag mark, don't use it, because your picture will just be filtered down really fast. But if it has close to like 10,000 or less, I think that's good, because that will narrow down that search window of the people who you want. Okay. Because I looked up the Fit Foodie and it has 801,000 posts. That might 801. Wait, yeah, 800. I'm really bad at that number. 810,000 posts. That might be too high. So narrowing that down to be a little bit more specific. Jordan, what about you? What do you got?
Pass.
Well, what? Just name one.
I just put in bookworm because I like to read.
Okay. So maybe be specific about the book. So Harry Potter bookworm.
Outlander bookworm.
What?
Outlander bookworm.
Exactly. You're gonna find your Outlander friends. Hey, Britt. Welcome.
I did
What we're
it.
talking about, let me just recap for you. We're talking about Instagram, and we're doing what's called a 30 hashtag exercise. So Instagram allows you to have 30 hashtags at once on a photo. So what we're trying to hone in on is hashtagging for your perfect person, your you. And that incorporates who you were before. So, healthy cat mama, fit pregnancy, fit Japanese pregnancy, whatever. Life, expat life, whatever. You're not an expat, but you might be able to connect. So.
Yeah.
So that's something that I really want you guys to take away and do. I do this, and the other side of this, I have my 30 hashtags. Actually, I have 90, but they're broken up into 3 blocks, and I need to go in and update those hashtags because some of them don't work as great as that. But what I do is I have a little, in my notes section, I have a Beachbody cat folder, and in that I have all of my hashtags like this. See? And I just copy and paste that and put it in the comments under my picture. I do not put it in my picture because some of those hashtags don't relate to that picture, but they're my way of connecting with that person that I'm trying to attract. Okay. So, yes, you can definitely put 2 or 3 hashtags that relate to your picture because it is Instagram, but it looks just so much cleaner and more concise to put it in that comment section. Okay. So, I had mentioned this earlier to you guys, but a part of your vital behavior every day should incorporate connecting with people on Instagram. Because like we're saying, that's a really great place to grow your market, to find organic, but to find new people that you've never connected with that are truly the person that you want on your team, truly the person that you want to attract. So your activity should be, this is something I'm going to start doing again, is finding 3 people that you find 3 people on Instagram that you like and comment on their last 3 photos. And then always asking some sort of question in that in one of those comments. Again, none of your hashtags should ever be Beachbody related or product related because that's only going to this is what the girl who I was listening to this training about said, so important, which I didn't even think about. But when you have a hashtag that's like 21 Day Fix, and someone who's interested in the 21 Day Fix, they're going to look at that hashtag, and they're going to pick the coolest, prettiest picture. So what you are doing is you are sending your prospects to other coaches, or you're sending them to Amazon or eBay or whatever to buy that program before they reach out to you. Okay? And you don't want that. That's, because they're not going to find success that way. Okay. The other thing about Instagram, something that I really need to work on, is that when you're on Instagram, you are just scrolling through the pictures. So if someone stops to read one of your posts, there better be some call of action, or you're sending them to something. Because if that person's reading your post, they're interested. That is a potential customer. That is a potential coach. So you have to be directing them to a link in your bio, a request to comment below, to message you, something, to make sure that's always happening. The next thing is use the same filter on everything. In the training that I watched, if you guys all have your phones out, I want you to go on Instagram, and I want you to look up this page called Base Body Babes. You guys doing it?
The base?
Base, like setting on a base, B-A-S-E. Not playing the bass. And then you click people, and you find them.
It's Base Body Babes.
Yep. You guys find them? What it should look like. So what's really cool about them is they just use black and white pictures, and then every month they have a themed color. So if you're scrolling through their pictures, it looks like a rainbow. It's really cool. So you'll see yellow, like they'll have one pop of color, and then everything else is black and white. So these people, it's just, you're just drawn to that. You're just drawn to the picture. You're like, wow, that looks so great. Not saying you need to do that, but that just gives you a good visual of like what looks good on Instagram. Okay, so something that's cohesive and clean and also authentically you. Okay? Don't you guys think that's cool? But you don't have to be this. Don't think you have to be this. But I just want you guys to realize, like, if you love using the Instagram filters, use the same one. If you love making yourself look super tan in every picture. Okay? And do not follow them. I hope you guys don't follow them. Unfollow. If you're following them, unfollow. I don't want you to be distracted. The other thing is that inviting people on Instagram is way easier than inviting people on Facebook. Because again, these people don't know you, and if they're following you, they're choosing to follow you because they want to see more of what you're putting out there. So, simple invite that you can do. You can direct message someone and say, thank you so much for following me. Are you on a health and fitness journey too? They can go one of three ways. No, but you inspire the heck out of me, or yes. And then if they say yes, you say, how is that going for you? And just start a conversation, connecting with people. Because, guys, the other thing that we're not doing, I don't think well of, is referrals. We're not asking people to, if they're saying, no, it's not for me, hey, maybe you know someone who is. How many times have you guys asked for a referral like that? I'm saying this because I'm not doing it. It's so dumb. Because if it's not for them, it might be for someone else, and they probably know someone. The next thing I want to talk about with Instagram is the time to post on Instagram. Similar to Facebook, which is before 9 a.m. and after 9 p.m. Think about it. That's when people are waking up, going to work. That's when people are winding down and getting ready for bed. Those are the times to be posting. Yes, you can post throughout your day, here and there, but if you really want to make an impact, before 9 a.m. and after 9 p.m. Some mistakes that people do on Instagram is their content does not match what is said in the bio. So if you're saying, I'm a fit mommy who travels, and there are no pictures of you traveling, just take that off there. Or if you say you're a fit mom and you don't take any pictures of fitness or being a mom, take that right. That people are going to start unfollowing you so fast because you're not who you say that you are. The other thing is, like I said, do not use generic hashtags like hashtag fitness, hashtag smoothie, hashtag working out. Because, again, that goes back to the more than 1 million people are using that hashtag, so no one will connect with yours. I don't know if you were here when I said this, Brittany, but if it has about 10, if you pick a hashtag and has about 10,000 posts or less, try that because that will narrow down the people who are searching.
Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Dude, none of us know what we're doing. We're constantly having to adapt. I've been stuck at, I know this is going to sound like a lot, but I've been stuck at 1,140 people on Instagram for like 2 years. And I have so many. What are you making those faces, Megan?
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
And that's to say, the reason why that is, maybe not even, it's not 2 years, for like 6 months. And the reason why that is because I stopped doing what I'm telling you guys to do. I grew my Instagram from 300 to, or I think 600 to 1,000 in like 2 months. And to me, that's huge because 400 people I didn't even know were following my Instagram. But then I stopped doing the things that I'm telling you guys, and therefore my Instagram hasn't grown. Okay? That's pretty. Oh, the other thing is I mentioned don't use product hashtags because that brings your prospects to other coaches. So that's really all I have with Instagram. What I was saying earlier, Brittany, was identifying your avatar, which is who you were before Beachbody and who you are now. The other thing is that like attracts like, but at the same time, you want to be looking for people who get fitness, people who like fitness, because those are the people who understand that it's worth investing in. Someone who is like, oh, I need to lose 100 pounds, but I still love to eat cheeseburgers. That's not really someone that you can help yet, but that's someone you can inspire. Okay? But the thing that I'm working on right now, which I want you guys to be working on now too, is attracting people who are already motivated. Because people who are already motivated are going to keep moving forward. People that you have to drag aren't going to get anywhere, and they're just going to drag you down too. So that's why we need to master this area and truly put forth the steps to finding our people. You know, I mean, you can even think about it as simple. If you want a coach and you're sick and tired of your hometown friends, how are you going to find new friends? On Instagram. Hey, the 21st century. The last thing I want to leave you guys with is you have to be truly coming at your business, at your relationships, at your life with passion. Because no one is going to connect with someone who's just lackluster and just doing things for show. They're connect with real, genuine people. Okay? And how do I want to put this? If your Instagram isn't where you want it to be, okay, don't delete it, don't change, just start putting some of these things that I've shared with you into practice. So hone in on your hashtags. Make that your focus for the week. Find hashtags that are you, that you're proud of, that you can add to your pictures. You know, if you want to, the other thing, start inviting people through your Instagram, doing little things like that. And don't pay attention to how pretty your Instagram looks, because if you're coming at it with passion and it looks like, you know, a fourth grader did it, fine. But as long as you have passion, people will feel that. And people will connect with you and be like, Jordan, you're really cool because, you know, you're really passionate. I don't care if your food looks gross. What you're saying and how you're posting is awesome. Okay? That kind of stuff can be tweaked and improved later. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. That's one of the reasons why I don't want you following that base body babes, whatever. I just wanted you to see how they look. I don't want you to waste your time being like, I gotta look like this. No. And then the last thing I want to reiterate is none of this is going to work if you're not inviting people behind the scenes. If you're just focusing on the fun, like having fun, pretty pictures and really clever captions, but you're not inviting people or you're not connecting with people, communicating with people, you're not gonna move. You might have a lot of followers, but if you're not inviting people, you're not going to have a lot of testimonies, and that's what we do this for, the testimony. And this is the last thing I want to say, and then I'm going to open it up for questions, Dave. Is in the training I watched, she shared something that I've heard many times, that when people go to conferences like Summit, when people go to pay for training online, only 5% of them actually apply what they learn and actually make changes. So what I want you guys to do is take one thing that I shared with you tonight and start applying it. Start utilizing it, whether that's hashtagging, whether that's inviting more directly on Instagram, whether that's creating your own avatar, taking something and applying it this week. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys on Instagram. I hope that that's cool and helpful for you. I know I'm going to work on my hashtags tonight. So anyone got questions?
Probably.
What do you think? Was that helpful to hear?
Yeah, that was really helpful.
Yeah, go.
Sorry. Okay, just to clarify. So, because I've seen you and Danielle do this specifically with your stuff, and you mentioned it earlier. You're saying like you have a database of hashtags that go on every photo, no matter what. It's the same thing, and then for if you want to add a few up top that specifically relate to the photo, that's okay too. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
you can do
Just
that.
making sure.
I might just try to kind of do that ironically if I add a hashtag in my post, because I like it to look really clean.
Mm-hmm.
So here, we'll go to Danielle's page real quick. And Danielle has truly been implementing this, and her Instagram has grown from, I would say, 1,000 to almost 2,000 in about 3 months.
Wow.
So, okay, you see, got a lot of words.
Yeah.
But you'll see one comment, and here it is. But see, she's not doing all the 30, which I need to ask her why she's not doing that. But, oh yeah, I know why she's going to do that. Because this picture is all about Lily Pulitzer. So that's what all of her hashtags are. What I would challenge her to have done in this to be better is to do Lily and fitness stuff. But anyways, let me try to find another one. What I was saying before is I have in my notes section 3 different chunks of 30 hashtags, and I rotate that around my posts. So the picture that I posted, like Nolan, I actually don't really put hashtags with them because I don't want creepy people to find them. But the hashtag that I put with this one about fun, business, friendship, it's different than the hashtag that I put about this one, which was about a little bit about my story.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And then this one, also different. This one will have this group of hashtags has curly hair girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
And I do that after I post a picture. And sometimes I forget to do that, post the hashtag on there. Not gonna lie, not perfect. Does that answer your question?
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else got any questions? Was this helpful? You can maybe have a little bit more fun, get a little bit more strategic.
What's the one thing that everyone is going to take away from all this? I know what I want to do, but what's everyone else going to be their action step, I guess, from this? You had to pick one.
I think for me, because before I even was a Beachbody coach, I already had an Instagram. So I just kind of followed a whole bunch of stuff that I did like and that I was interested in. But I feel like that changes over time. And what do I have? Maybe, let's see. I think I'm following more pages than I actually even look at. And so just like going through and deleting those, because what I've learned is that Instagram actually takes that into account, and you're more likely people to see your posts and stuff is likely than less because of the amount of people you're following versus the amount of people who are actually following you. So you actually go back to the bottom of the food chain, and there's a lot of unnecessary things that I'm following that I definitely want to go through and redo.
Well, I like what you said there, Jordan, because, you know, if someone's looking at your page and they see that you follow like 2,000 people, you follow more people than follow you, it kind of shows that, why does she have so many why is she following so many people and no one's following her back? So I, every now and again, go back and, you know, bring that number down.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, something, you know, Brittany has totally just got on Instagram, and I just want to celebrate that she's almost at her 100. That's huge.
Wait, 100 what?
People that are following you, right?
I think I'm following you.
That's big. That's big.
One of them's a creepy guy, though.
Ew.
Why are you Oh, they're following you.
I don't know how to get rid of him yet.
Block him.
How do you block people on Instagram? Because I'm still trying to figure that out.
I need to figure it out. He keeps being like, hey, and I'm like, no, I'm married. It even says that.
All right, this is what you do.
Huh.
So you go to your followers,
Yes.
click on their profile.
I'm like a dinosaur.
Okay, you're not a dinosaur. This is new. Okay, you click on them. You see this. I think it's those three little. Is that the three little dots? Yeah, three little dots at the top. And you hit block.
Oh,
Or you can even hit report.
yeah. Boom.
Because
Nice.
in the beginning, I used to get a lot of strippers or pornos. And so I reported them a lot.
I get a lot of those every week. And I didn't know how to get them to stop following me, so I'm glad you told me.
You're welcome.
I have a lot of people trying to pitch stuff to me that I'm sure it has to do with like the fact that, because I thought that if you tagged things that were like millions of people are following it, or you know, thousands and thousands of people I thought like the more interest. I didn't even think about like how oversaturated that is and how quickly you get lost. Because sometimes I'll post something and I'll look at the hashtag and it won't even show up. That's how quickly other people are posting. So that's really good to know. So I think for me, just focusing on really like making sure that it's really easy for me to go, oh, I'll Instagram like tomorrow. Like it's not a big deal if I don't do that every day, but I really enjoy Instagram. I have a tendency to get a little more lost on it than I do Facebook. At Facebook, I'm better at being like, nope. But this, I'm just like, what's Nikki doing? I don't need to know what Nikki's doing.
So the other thing I didn't mention, that I want to challenge you guys with, is unfollow Beachbody people. Follow the people on our team because we should support each other. But you know, if someone like Amy Silverman like distracts you to the point where you start looking at her pages, and you start looking at her husband's pages, and you start looking at her dog pages, that's a problem. You need to unfollow her because she's not helping the business grow. She's wasting your time. People who need to be in your Instagram feed are people that you like and that you can potentially inspire. Okay? So you should, by no means, and I'm sorry to take the fun away, you don't need to be following celebrities.
I do. I follow a few.
Some of them I think are funny, so do it. But like, I cannot follow the Kardashians because I get sucked into that world. I start looking at the clothes, I start looking at their friends of the friends, and then I'm like all the way looking at Karlie Kloss. How did I get there? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting rid of The Rock, though. I refuse.
He is very inspirational.
I love him. Oh my gosh.
Okay, those are fun things that you can be reposting. But again, if you have a tick like I do with Kylie Jenner, don't follow her. Just don't. Just don't do it. Okay?
I will say Miley Cyrus is very interesting. Her page keeps changing. She does a lot of yoga, and I'm like, gee whiz, she's like a freaking human pretzel.
Yeah. Well, that stuff is okay, but yeah, I learned that about myself. Like, I can't follow Taylor Swift. I can't. I just get sucked in, so I can't follow her. Okay.
That's me with professional ballerinas. I can't look at any of them. I did delete them, but I have a friend that's actually a professional, and I like want to support her, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Well, if it brings up some stuff. But let's go back to what Megan was saying. What's one thing that you're gonna apply?
I'm gonna make sure I'm posting every day, at the very least, and then actually like I'm gonna sit down and do these hashtags and figure out what I want to put, and then have them and make sure that I'm including that in every single post that I do.
Good. I like that. Once you have your hashtag, post it in the group because I want to see what everyone comes up with. Okay. Megan?
I'm gonna do one hashtag a day after I have my 30. I'm gonna pick one and I'm gonna like go to it, and 3 people that like also use it like their pictures.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That's really important. And you do that. I'm definitely implementing that. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to summarize what I shared with you in like a graphic so that you can always go back and like refresh your mind. Like, oh yeah, that's what she said about the 3 people. Find them. Because that's something I need to remember too. Jordan, what are you going to apply?
I guess kind of, well, what am I going to apply? I think maybe definitely the hashtags. Actually, I have a question real fast before I even say that. When you do the hashtag and you do the comment and put all your hashtags there, do you do that comment right after you've posted something before somebody else comments? And
Yeah. Sometimes, like I said, I forget and I do it after, but I always put it in the comment.
Because I have been having a problem spacing that out because I usually, when I do Instagram, I post from my phone because that's where I take most of my pictures. So when I try to make room for the hashtag, I can't even see if my hashtags are like connected to the word and stuff. And then after I do it, I can't even go down and edit it. So I was trying to see if it's better to put it in.
So all you do, just make sure I understand, all you do is, so when I do it on my phone, I have it in my notes section. I have all of my hashtags.
Yeah.
So I just, copy. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm getting all these notifications. I select it, and then I copy it all. So I hit copy.
Okay.
And then I go to my picture. Like, that's when I realized I didn't put a hashtag on it. I go hit the comments, and then I just paste it.
Okay.
And then you click on one of those. Oh. I need to change that hashtag. Let's do this one. I need to change that one. So if you click on the hashtag and you don't see your picture, it's oversaturated. So let me see if I have a pretty simple one.
Less than 2.
Here we go. Yeah. Or if you only see your picture on there, you need to change it. I think Frankly Fierce, that's fine. Because that's my team. So all of that is me. All my pictures.
Sorry.
So I might need to change that a little bit. But look, it's pretty. Okay. So that's the picture I posted of you. So that's the way for you to check if it's a good hashtag.
All right. So to answer your question, then basically like just kind of going back into my interest in everything and, you know, what I'm more about, and then making those more organic hashtags, but not like something that somebody wouldn't look up.
Yeah, like Frankly Fierce.
Hey, speaking of, do you want us to like hashtag Team Frankly Fierce or Frankly Fierce or something so that?
Oh, good question.
Or is that just your thing? You feel like
you can do whatever you want, but when you have a team, I want you to do it for your team. Then.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you guys are wonderful. Have a great night, and I'll see half of you at Summit. You'll be there in spirit, Britt.
Yes, I'll be moving.
You're missing a nail, Megan.
Get it fixed tomorrow.
Wait, look.
Literally.
Feel better. I'm missing like 9.
From Vegas still, guys. In
I don't know
April.
what's going on.
Still from April. All right. Bye, ladies.
Bye.